Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to do a little Long Beach review. So yeah, let's get right into it. So Long Beach has been a very long running race. Most people, even throughout the whole entire world, have heard about it. The first official race was held in 1975. It was a Formula 5000 race. And then the next year, F1 ran it in 1976. And then they ran that race until 1983. And then IndyCar have basically raced it ever since that time. I think even to this day, it's probably still one of the most widely known about races, other than maybe the 500. I mean, probably the 500, Daytona 24-hour and Daytona 500 is like the pinnacle of American racing, right? So let's get into how to watch. So this will, of course, again, will be available on Peacock, and it will, of course, be available on NBC if you have cable. So that's and then if you're outside the United States, you could watch it on Peacock, and I believe if you want to watch it on Peacock if you're outside the United States, you have to get a VPN and then purchase the Peacock while using the VPN and then log in to Peacock using a VPN. But alternatively, it is available on other channels, like for example, in the UK, it's available on Sky Sports. And then I'm gonna leave a link to the actual full page of where it shows all. There's various channels around the world it's available. And I believe they also have an international subscription where you can pay a fee on the IndyCar's website to watch it internationally. So yeah, I'll leave a link to that if you want to check that out. So this is going to be the second street course on the calendar this year. So I kind of wonder if it's going to be better than St. Pete. St. Pete was a pretty entertaining race. I mean, it was kind of chaotic in terms of there was kind of a crash fest, but although I don't really exactly like crashing, it wasn't a very entertaining race. There was a lot of turns and twists and pit strategies and, just getting a good restart and all that kind of stuff. So I highly doubt it's going to be as entertaining, but I mean, this year so far, the first two races have been incredibly entertaining, and maybe every single race is just going to top every single race, and it's going to be the most epic season of all time. So we'll see how it is. And if you haven't been following IndyCar so far this year, I made a race review on both Texas and St. Pete, and I'll leave them at the end of the video or in the description. So yeah, you can check them out. So next up, let's get into the schedule. So the qualifying at the time of this recording, this is on Thursday, so it could change based on weather and stuff. So as of right now, the qualifying will be at 3:05 p.m. EST until 4:20 EST, and then the race will be at 3 p.m. EST until 6 p.m. EST. And then the race will be an 85 lap race or 167 miles. So now let's get into some of the track specifics. So the track length is a 1.9 mile street course with 11 turns. Some of the best overtaking opportunities is, of course, turn 1, turn 4, turn 6. And then the last turn 2, of course, there's a few other overtaking opportunities, but they're the most notable in my opinion. So going into this, the pit strategy is most likely just going to be a 2 or 3 stop. Generally, pretty much every single race is a 2 or 3 stop on a street and road. So we'll see how that goes. So, and obviously, if you're new to IndyCar, I'm going to tell you this. So the IndyCar runs two tire compounds. They run the alternates and they run the primaries. The alternates is basically their version of the softs, and the primaries is their version of the hards. So we'll see how that goes. IndyCar also has refueling, so refueling will be available. You can do wing adjustments, and there is a mandated tire change, so you have to use one of each compound. So let's get into the past winners. So last year, Joseph Newgarden won it. The previous year, Colton Herta won it, and then the previous year from there in 2019, I don't believe they ran Long Beach in 2020, so Rossi won it in 2019. So my kind of little predictions for this race is probably, of course, just from the past winners of straight away, you've got Joseph Newgarden. He had a very good year last year. He almost won the title. This year so far, he's had a very good year. Colton Herta again, he's had a pretty okay, but it's always kind of rocky for Colton. He's kind of inconsistent, but he's fast on his day, and he's fast here. So again, it's kind of an unfortunate thing. Like last year, for example, he was fast, but then he crashed. He locked up and crashed out. So of course you can never count out Colton Herta from any race, but you never know how fast he's going to be. Again, Rossi's in a new team. He's seemed to be pretty competitive this race, so we'll see how that turns out. other than all the obvious people like the previous race winners, you've got some big people that have really been competitive like this year, like Romain Grosjean. He's shown incredible pace this year, especially at St. Pete, and St. Pete is a street course, so hopefully he can carry that street course momentum into this race. You have, Scott McLaughlin was also super competitive, and, him and Grosjean took each other out, what was kind of an interesting cabal. And you have people like Pato O'Ward, Alex Palou has been competitive in here in the previous years, but this could be a 20-minute video of me just naming every single Indy driver on the grid, because IndyCar is so unpredictable. I could name out another 20 drivers, Scott Dixon, like Will Power. I didn't even mention Will Power. See, I just completely brushed over all these big names, but it's impossible to predict it because there's so many names and they're just like, I don't even know. It's like insane. This is the kind of amazing thing about IndyCar. Like, F1 fans could never get this kind of stuff. And I support F1, but the predictability of IndyCar is just insane. I have no clue whatsoever about this. So yeah, that's going to be about it for this video. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your predictions in the comments, and subscribe and turn on the bell, because I'm going to be updating you throughout the weekend about all the updates throughout the qualifying and the race and the practice sessions. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.